Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Well, Jeff hasn't evicted his man yet, so we don't know if he's survived.
Yeah, sorry, guys. It's the same day. has not yet happened. Next episode, you should have an update if I'm alive.
Jeff is the one. Hopefully.
I mean, what's new in your life? Any evictions coming up?
No. I mean, hopefully soon. I miss them.
So
I do have a guy that wants
the good old days.
Yeah.
That's what the sound you make in an eviction, folks.
Yep. Skeleton is killing me. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me.
Well, don't let him kill. I can't get out. you put half these blocks around here. I got myself trapped to dig in this hole.
God, he almost killed me. It was close.
Do you not have a shield on you?
No. I don't know where it's even at, to be honest. I hate how it takes up part of your screen.
Your
so
visual field. See, I go by the fact that people don't watch us to watch us, so I don't mind the visual field.
It bothers me, like, for myself. I mean, there's not a lot going on. Some more people show up trying to rent at one house of mine, and the ex-hoarder house. And I basically told them I don't think they wanted to live there because it's in bad shape. And I did have the guy that's supposed to move in there at the end of this month. And like this guy, the man and woman that showed up on my porch, like begging to live there, were like, I don't care what condition it's in. I need a place to live and I can fix it up and all this. There are people that have come by with this story. It just blows my mind. Like, how desperate are people to have somewhere to live?
What is so special about your area? I thought it was like a really rural community.
It is. Like, I don't know why people keep wanting to live in this particular house, honestly. I mean, I guess
you like
everywhere
pull up all
around...
the floorboards to make sure there's not like gold?
Right. I mean, everywhere around here, so they're building subdivisions everywhere, and these houses are selling for like, $500,000 each or whatever. Like, you see the signs starting at 400,000 or whatever.
Oh my God! Please show me a starting at 400,000. God, I want one of those so bad.
Well, you come down here. Hundreds of them.
Literally, we see the signs that say like starting at the low 900s. Like that's
right.
That's the newest signs lately, and they even specify the low 900s.
Put down torches, you man that's trying to kill me.
But I'm killing the torches. Like I'm in a group.
Yeah, no, put them down.
I kill them. You drop them.
This is the
Torch Tuesdays.
You got an inventory of torches.
Tuesdays.
And I ain't got an inventory of torches because you keep every time I place a torch, you come by and break it, and then you keep it hoarding torches. But you know what I think it is? I think that the renting market around here, you can't rent a place for more than $500 or $600 a month. That's it.
They're selling houses for like $400K, and they're only renting for like $400 or $500.
Exactly. That's the thing that blows my mind. Houses are selling for starting at $500,000, but then you rent them, and the most you're getting is $500, $600 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. House.
That's a really slanted market.
Exactly. I'm renting 3 properties right now, and the most I get for one is $700 a month, and he's paying an extra $100 because he has a dog.
Yeah, that's a really strange market.
So people no one's looking to buy because you can't afford that, but people want to rent, and so there's not a lot of renting properties available.
So what? I was gonna ask how much you did. What is the hoarder house in current condition? What are people trying to rent it for? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they think they can rent it for like $200.
No. So the guy that's supposed to move in there, or start working on it this week, which we talked about it like basically the start of the summer.
How big is it, by the way? Like bedroom, bathroom, square
2
footage?
bedroom, 1 bath with a huge kitchen and living room. Basically, like the kitchen and living room are way too big. I think that we could turn one of them into another bedroom. Honestly, the way it is.
You know what the square footage is?
No, I don't. I don't know. So I have no idea what square footage is. It's an old farmhouse, built in the like 40s or something like that.
Excuse me.
So it's been around for a while. And it's not in the worst condition, but it's not in the best condition either. So the guy that's supposed to start working on it this week, and I don't know if he's actually going to live there or just work on it and then eventually live there. Anyways, I told him $6,000 a year, so $500 a month. The guy that showed up with his wife, see, I don't know him.
I don't.
And honestly,
you gotta explain this to me. The guy who's gonna start working on it is paying you to work on it.
yes. The deal. So whenever he first came to me, him and his girlfriend had just broken up, and he needed a place to live. He used to like take my grandma's trash to the dump, and he used to live in a little apartment that my uncle rents.
Okay, so this is somebody you know.
Kinda. I don't really care for the guy, to be honest.
You've met. He wasn't random like Craigslist dude. It's like some guy you've done business with in the past.
Yes, I know him. He used to be an alcoholic. Probably still is, for all I know. I'm not a big fan of the guy, to be honest with you. So I wasn't super into this idea.
Sounds like the perfect guy to be in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I wasn't super into the idea, but the way I looked at it, the house is just sitting there, not doing anything with it. At least, like it's got a leak in the roof now all of a sudden in the kitchen. Like if there's someone staying there, at least they're taking care of this stuff. So the agreement I have with him is you can live there for quote unquote free, but you're having to put $6,000 a year into the
maintenance
repair of this home. So his rent is essentially $500 a month that goes back into the house.
Okay. Is it expected to maintain the status quo, or is he supposed to make improvements? No, it's expected to be.
Yes, he's supposed to be fixing the house, fixing the problems that it has, fixing the foundation, putting down new floor, putting up sheetrock, segmenting out this one room that I think can make another bedroom.
And if he pays you the $600 a month, are you responsible for, or whatever it is, are you responsible for giving him the materials, or is that what that is supposed to go toward?
That's supposed to go towards labor and material. So he charges $15 an hour. That's his labor, which he'll probably rip me off on, is my guess.
I worked for 80 hours this week and laid this floorboard.
I do expect. Right, I do expect there to be a lot of like me auditing what he actually does, again, because I don't necessarily trust the guy anyways, as it already is. Not even counting, what this whole agreement is. But yeah, I don't completely trust the guy anyways. So yeah, there might be some of that I have to deal with. But yeah, that's the deal. Like he lives there, he works on the house. And so, to me, it's a decent deal from my perspective because, now there's someone living there and it's being kind of taken care of to some degree because there's someone living there and it's getting worked on to get the things that are wrong with it fixed. But the other guy that showed up, I was in here streaming. He knocks on the door and I go outside and talk to him for a bit while streaming and just like let it run, I guess.
Can they hear the conversation outside?
No, they couldn't hear you. I'm on the porch. I was in the middle of a Magic game because I was doing like the sponsored Magic stream, and I got timed out in the Magic game. And I'm sure the guy I was playing against thought I was an asshole that just like ran the clock down because sometimes people do that. They'll run the clock when they're getting beat. So anyways, I told the guy, it was him and his wife on the porch. I told him right off the bat, I'm like, because he asked about the place. He knows the people on the gas station across the street. He said that they told him it was, no one was living there and to come talk to me if you want to rent it. So I was like, well, listen, you don't want to rent it. It's not in good shape. It was a hoarder living there before. And I was like, and to be honest, I told a guy at the start of the summer he could live there. And I don't actually know what to do with because he said he needed to live there because him and his girlfriend broke up, but they're back together now. And so for all I know, he may not even want to live there anymore. So I don't really know, but that's what the status was at around, the start of July. I was like, so listen, I'll look into it and I'll let you know if he's still going to be living there. Because they're like, we got to be out of our house by September the 3rd. So I guess today was the day they had to be out of wherever they were living.
So in the middle of our recording, is he going to knock on your door with a bunch of suitcases in tow?
Well, no, I mean, I called him the next day, and so I called the guy that that originally said he was going to be moving in, and he's like, yeah, me and my girlfriend got back together, but I still plan on wanting to work on that house, and we're going to move out there and all this. And I was like, all right. But so the other guy, the new guy, he actually seemed like he had his shit together more. Like he listed all like his past jobs and what his qualifications are and all this, and like he's got his degree in, he's certified electrician, and like he's got more shit on his resume than
that's a good stuff
other
on the
guy.
Resume.
And whenever he's like, well, what were you gonna rent to the other guy for? He's like, so you're gonna basically let him live there and he pays rent by working on it, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, what was you gonna do? And I was like, well, it was gonna be $8,000 a year. And he's like, oh, that's a pretty good price. I could do that. And so I jacked it up another $2,000 well, you know, basically I just lied to this man.
Just gonna call it back tomorrow and be like, ooh, the other guy said he'd do 10,000 a year.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I didn't even tell the guy that's moving in this week about. Well, I did tell him that, you know, someone else was interested in it, but I didn't tell him any details or whatever. So like, I mean, I was honestly hoping I was going to call the guy that's coming this week, and he was going to be like, no, not interested. More. Me and girlfriend are back together. Blah blah blah. Even though I don't know the other guy, like I said, the other guy seems like he's got more qualifications to be working on a house, and he was going to give me an extra $2,000 a year. But anyways, so I had to call him back and be like, well, the guy that said he's moving out still says he's moving out, so you know, hopefully you can find something. But yeah, it just blows my mind the number of people that want to rent this place when it's not in a livable condition. It doesn't have air conditioning currently. And I told this guy this. I'm like,
I like how that's your number one qualification.
I mean,
it's not in a livable condition. It does not have air conditioning.
I mean, I wouldn't live somewhere without air conditioning. It's hot.
I just think it's funny. I do also find it funny how you think that I'm doing, you know, things in a terrible way by, you know, paying, you know, our local neighborhood people who come knock on the door to do some like yard work around the house. But isn't that essentially what you're doing?
Not at all.
Except that the fact that they live with you or like live in a property you own.
No, I'm talking about renting a place versus you're talking about giving some thugs money to rob you.
I mean, he's James came back around recently. He now actually sadly comes and is just randomly he comes and does work too. He wants to do some work, and he does good work when he does work. I guess he used to be like a landscaper or something like that, so he actually does really good landscaping work when we pay him for that. Some of the other stuff's a little like but he's randomly been like catching me outside and be like, hey man, you got like $20 I can borrow, and I straight up tell him, I'm like, no, I'm not just gonna give you money. Like you gotta earn the money by doing some work. And he's like, okay, that's cool. But he's asking me for money, just randomly money without doing any work a handful of times. I've straight up told him no. He seems okay with it, but we'll see.
Yeah. I need some drugs.
I mean, I'm sure it's a mix of drugs, alcohol, as well as just basic living necessities. You know, I'll be honest. I've sat outside and had a beer with him before, so you know, I know he's a drinker.
He's alcoholic.
It doesn't mean he's an alcoholic. I've only sat outside and had like a beer with him. We didn't sit down and like cash a fifth of like, you know, Mad Dog 2020 or, you know, nothing like that. But oh, that brings me back though. Some good old Mad Dog.
God.
I was never a big fan of it, but a roommate that I had got wasted and went and crashed his car on Mad Dog 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many of those would it take to get drunk?
Oh, I think the Mad Dog 2020 was like his cooling down from being out at like a party binge drinking, you know, type of deal. This was college, you know. That's the way it works.
Right.
Yeah. God, I don't even know like what percentage alcohol is Mad Dog 2020. No, I'm curious.
You can't be a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be more like wine cooler type, right? Mad Dog 2020.
You could taste the alcohol in it though.
Alcohol percentage. Alco gel percentage? How did I type that? Varies between 13% to 18%.
That's actually pretty damn high.
Yeah, it's higher than I thought it was. It's more like wine than.
Yeah. I did a cooking stream the other day, and I was talking about this.
Mad Dog 2020?
No. You can buy Mirin. It's Japanese wine, but it's used for cooking.
I was going to say, we have Mirin in our cooking cabinet.
Yeah.
It's alcohol?
Well, yeah, it's 10%. Yeah, it's 10% alcohol.
What? I thought it was like a soy sauce substitute type of deal.
No. It's the Japanese sweet wine.
Really? I did not know that. Well, so I'm looking. I just pulled up Mirin, and this is like clear. Ours is like soy sauce color. It's
what?
Black. Yeah.
I've never seen black Mirin. Fuck you drinking. It's just so old it's turned black.
Hold on, I'm going to get the Mirin because now I'm curious. Please talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, I hope we do another episode after this one if Jeff didn't die to his. Watch me make such a big non-deal out of it. he'd go off and die to this man that they're evicting. This looks pretty good though. I hate I put torches there and didn't do it anywhere else though. We'll have to like climb up and put torches or glowstone in some of the corners maybe. Maybe every corner where they have that type of block.
Okay.
I can
Here,
do
with the Mirin.
glowstone.
I'm back with the Mirin. It is black.
That's weird.
But it does say on the front of it, which I never really read the front, sweet and sake. Here, since I record in OBS now, you know what I'm gonna do?
Turn on that webcam.
I'm gonna turn on that webcam and show the people the Mirin. Well, what is my webcam setting on here? Is that it? Oh, there it is. The webcam, which is apparently behind my computer. There we go.
Back there recording the back of the desk.
Mirin. If they can see it, if it would. Yeah, I'm showing people. It's not like focusing on it, but they can see it. It's black.
Well, I've never seen it that's had anything other than clear, but
nope, definitely black Mirin.
What does it have? The alcohol by volume listed on it?
That's what I'm gonna look for now. No. Oh, alcohol 8% by volume. It says on the back.
Huh. So that was a little lower. Mine's like 9.7. But they won't card you for that. You'll never get carded. You can go into the grocery store as like an 8-year-old and buy that. They're not going to card you.
You know, I didn't even think about the fact that it says sake on the front. Like I had no idea that it had alcohol in it until you just said that.
And I don't think people at the grocery store know either. Basically.
Yeah, that is crazy because I could just drink those. They taste like shit, but it is alcohol.
Yeah, it's not that bad, really. It's not great. It honestly, it reminds me of like if you try to drink cooking sherry, you're not going to be happy about it, but you get drunk. You sip it long enough.
But cooking sherry is still an alcohol that they're going to card you for, right?
I've never been. And my grocery store has a deal where no matter what age we card for any kind of alcohol,
except
like
for
even
Mirin.
if I'm buying like, Mirin, and I've never been carded for Mirin or cooking sherry, ever. And I really don't think they know that this is an alcohol. And so, like I said, I guarantee you, I could send my daughter into the store and she could buy some Mirin and walk out, and they would not bat an eye.
So, all you underage kids who watch our show, if you'd like to get drunk, listen to Guude.
I remember I used to try to trick my grandma into buying like wine coolers and stuff. I tried to like mix them in. Like I'd grab some Kool-Aid and I would. I'd grab some Kool-Aid and some wine coolers and just like throw it in the shopping cart. But never ever did I succeed. But I feel like, with this knowledge, I could have gone back in time and bought some Mirin easily if they even carried that sort of thing. I don't think they had like Asian sections in the grocery store back then, but if they did, could have totally gotten by with the Mirin, I think.
Doesn't like mouthwash technically have some alcohol in it too?
Most of them don't nowadays.
They used to though.
They used to though. Yeah, they definitely did used to. But I've never been that desperate to. So me and my cousin one time put on ninja suits and went out. My uncle was an alcoholic, not the leukemia uncle, but a different uncle.
I love how this story starts. Now I must know more. So we put on ninja suits and.
Well, he was an alcoholic and he'd sit behind his house and drink every day. And so we decided that he's probably got like wine or something back there behind his house, so we could go up there and take some and be bad kids and get drunk, basically. And it's so dark back here, you're gonna get me killed. Look at all these mobs, Jeff.
What mobs? I don't know what you're talking about.
I got no more torches.
All two zombies.
Yeah, well, it could have been two scarier mobs.
It could have been.
Anyways, we put on our ninja outfits and went up there and started rifling through my uncle's little sitting area and his little sheds and all this stuff. And we found some wine that was probably 10 years fucking old and expired. And we took that back to his treehouse and we drank that shitty. It was so gross. I remember how gross it was. And like in hindsight, I guarantee you that should have been like sitting outside, old as hell, just the worst thing. And we drank it. Yeah,
I remember my sister and I, like my parents were not. My dad was a drinker of beer, but not like a get drunk drinker of beer. He was very regimented. He was a police officer. They had a rule like 48 hours before you're on shift, you're not allowed to have any alcohol. So I remember you knew the days that he would come home and have a beer that he had like 3 days off in a row because he followed those like rules very meticulously. My mom did not drink at all. Yet they happen to have like a liquor cabinet full of liquor. And my sister and I, when we were in high school, started throwing parties and started, like, emptying this liquor and refilling the bottles with water, because that's what you do.
I should do that too.
But we never got caught because we never, nobody realized it was watered down because they never drank the stuff. And it wasn't until I think both of us were graduated from college before my sister came clean and told my mom about it one day. And she just laughed and thinks it's funny and jokes around anytime she finds an old liquor bottle at the house still from back then. She's like, how much water do you think's in this one? And we're like, I don't know, I don't remember that water bottle or that liquor bottle there. I don't know how much is in that one. But we used to also steal packs. And my dad would buy cartons of cigarettes because my dad was a very heavy smoker, and my sister and I would steal a pack from his carton when we were probably 13, 14 years old, because of course it was cool to do that stuff back then. And God, I remember once we had stolen this pack of cigarettes from him, and it probably wasn't 6 months before we had the chance to get another cigarette out of it and tried to smoke it because we thought we were, cool kids. And we both got so violently ill because how did we know at the time that cigarettes go bad after a while, So an open pack of cigarettes sitting out for months will just make you sick. Yes.
Really?
Yes. A sealed pack of cigarettes might be okay. But when I was a smoker,
do they have expiration dates on them?
I don't remember. I smoked them when I was a smoker. I smoked them fast enough before I ever saw the expiration date. But I mean, I don't know if you just kept them closed, completely sealed in their wrapper, and put it away for months, it might have been absolutely fine. But I'm talking we stole the pack, opened it up, smoked a cigarette together, and then hid it under the couch. And 6 months later, went and pulled that same pack out, and we both got so violently ill from that cigarette.
I had no idea.
Who knows? Maybe my parents found out that we stole it and they put something in it to specifically make us sick and think smoking was bad.
Didn't work.
I know, because wasn't years later. Actually, it was more of my. It's funny because I think my dad, when they found out that I smoked. And my dad kind of blamed himself, and honestly, it had nothing to do with him. That why I started smoking, because I was a very anti-smoker until I was done with high school. But the friend group that I had, 99% of them smoked. I don't know why, and I eventually just picked up the habit because I was constantly surrounded by people who were smoking.
Yeah. And I was always very anti-smoke as well. But
I was gonna say, but you still are.
Yeah, no, I never did permanently pick it up. I tried it. From the time I was because the little convenience store down the road here, which is now that building I own, the man that ran it, he would sell to us. He didn't care. So it didn't matter how old you were. You come in and ask for a pack of cigarettes, and he sold you a pack of cigarettes. I tried it with his wife one time, and she flipped shit over that. It's we don't sell to minors in here. I'm like, well, your husband does. No, he does not.
Well, now way to ruin the enjoyment for everybody else, dude.
Well, he still kept after that. I think he did say some. I mean, he would fucking rip us off. This man, my grandma went in there one time.
It's oh, you're a minor, $20.
I mean, basically. But one time, he'd pull this shit where he'd add taxes that do not exist, and he tried to do this one time when I was there buying ice cream. And I was getting ice cream for me and my grandma, and she was just waiting in the car. And I come back, and she's like, "Where's my change?" And I was like, "Well, he said it was this amount." And she's like, "That ain't right." And I was like, "Well, he said there was a new fire tax and something else." And she got out of the car, and I followed her in. And she worked at the tax office most of her life, and so I guess she was real pissed about this. This is more than just your average person upset. And she was just yelling at this man, "You do not rip people off, and you do not make up taxes." He ended up giving us all the money back for that, actually. We broke into that store, put on our ninja costumes again.
Gotta stop wearing those ninja costumes.
I mean, we did. We put on them damn ninja costumes. We go on our bikes and go pedaling off to do crime. Basically.
Did these ninja costumes cover your face, or was it a T-shirt that said
it was a
I'm a ninja?
Suit. We bought them down there at the beach, You know how at the beach they always have these damn stores that have like
The ninja
nothing
costume
but
store.
like swords and ninja costumes and that sort of shit. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You're the ones that also sell like Hawaiian t-shirts. And...
They probably do, but they have like a whole fucking case of like throwing stars and swords and blow dart guns and that sort of shit. Crossbows, you know what I mean, right?
Yes, but from way back in the time frame of your childhood, yes, probably. I don't think you'd ever see those anymore at the like a standard like tourist beach.
Now that's not true because I was at Myrtle Beach not too long ago and I saw one of them damn stores that sell that you can get your ears pierced, you can buy some damn memorabilia, and you can get you some swords and a ninja costume all in one shop.
Maybe I just don't look for the right stores.
You haven't lived till you've gone to the ninja costume store. Well, anyways, we both got us one down at Myrtle Beach. They were about $50, but it was like full on legs, top, hat, or not hat, cowl, I guess is the right word.
But it covered your face though.
Yeah. So we put those on and we get on our bikes, and like I said, we'd go off to do crime. And one night we decided that we could. So the same guy, the guy that ripped us off with the cigarettes and the fire attacks and all this, I think he, all the old men would always sit around his store and smoke and drink their coffees and their cokes and just gossip and after their farm day was done, sort of thing. And I think he liked to show off to them, so he kept all his cash in this giant wad. I mean, humongous wad. He probably kept like $1,000 in cash on him every day. He just pulled out his big old wad and used it half the time to give you your change, and especially when he's ripping you off. I guess probably so he didn't report it on his taxes or something like that. I don't know. But, oh man, we can go sleep.
Is that Phantoms again?
Well, no, but it's thundering, so we can sleep the thunder away, and we can make sure the Phantoms don't come for us. But anyways, we come up there and we busted the window in the back out. It was a little tiny window too. We're talking like maybe 1.5 feet wide, if that. I couldn't fit through it.
There's a shit ton of people in this game.
Oh wait, Breon's on. Shit, I didn't see Breon. I got on. Oh well. What would you say?
I said there's a shit ton of people in this game, but by shit ton I mean 3. There's 3 of us.
Yeah. I didn't know Brio was here. But anyways, my cousin squeezed in, and then he unlocked the back door for me, and I came in, and we walked around the store, and we looked around the cash register and stuff like that. There wasn't any money, and he definitely didn't leave his wad of $1,000 just sitting there on the counter or anything. And I remember even being like, well, man, fuck, we're in here. You want to steal like a pack of cigarettes or like some candy or a Coke or something? I mean, the place is ours. We do what we want. And we didn't take a damn thing. We didn't take a single thing from the store.
You're like, we were here for money and nothing else.
I guess.
A wad of money.
I mean, maybe we started feeling guilty too. I don't know. But we didn't take anything. And then his dog had followed us up there, and his dog was all thirsty. So we went across the street to the church. And churches don't lock themselves, at least not around here. Damn, that shit's loud.
Got him some holy water. Cleanses of the sins.
Well, yeah, we gave the dog a bowl of water at the church, and then we pedal our happy ass back home. But the next day, I think my grandma heard that somebody broke in. So this being the gossiping place that we are, we had to go
actually
to the
break
store.
Something.
We broke the back window.
Oh, so you did break the window. For some reason, I thought you said he
did.
slipped in the back window.
No, we had to break it. It wasn't like an opening type window. It was, it's a full pane of glass. We just busted that out, and he jumped in the window. So in long story short, I guess we should have paid for that, but we didn't take anything. We didn't steal anything, but he reported thousands of dollars, just thousands of dollars stolen. So he definitely, I mean, really, we did the man a favor. And when you really think about it,
did he like tell people that people robbed him of thousands of dollars too?
Oh yeah. Everybody knew it. How much Bob had been robbed, and God, they got away with so much stuff.
They stole his sentimental ring, and
yeah, probably. I don't even know what all he told the police, but I do know that everyone in town knew that he got robbed big. And yeah.
And really, what would be really ironic is all these years, you and your buddy are like, that lying fucking bastard. But what you didn't know is, like, right after you guys left, somebody else heard the window break and actually just was like, oh, opportunity. I'm going to go in now and rob this man blind.
Right. But yeah, no, as far as I know, he wasn't robbed blind. If anyone wants to know why my pickaxe is named Penis, it's because it got made during a stream. And
That it definitely explains it.
Well, someone donated $5 to name it Penis.
I thought it was the first half of Penn Island.
Yes. So, go Penis. But yeah, now I own that place. The windows in the back have bars on them.
And that was like you put the bars on, or
no? He put the bars on after that happened.
Did you find any like cool things in there? Like, is there any like secret hiding places? Like, was there a secret vault where he hid like the wad of money at night?
If so, I don't know about it still. He ended up building a gas station across the street from it a few years later, and that's the gas station that's still there. And then the place that I own now became a daycare for a period of time.
So those kids stole that shit and robbed it.
The kids, blind. Right? Kids took it all. But yeah, I think that's the only 2 crimes we ever committed in our ninja costumes. We didn't really. It wasn't a crime with my uncle. We just kind of wandered around and took one that wasn't meant for anyone during.
Ninja costumes. That's awesome.
Yeah. But that was the thing. My grandma was like a goddamn sleuth. So afterwards, we got back home that night, and I put my ninja costume. At the time, my dad's old car was sitting out at my grandma's house out in the side yard because after he passed away, she was keeping it until I turned 16. And so that night, I thought, all right, I'm gonna put my ninja costume in the trunk of the car. That way, she won't see it, and it'll be no big deal. Well, this woman went looking and found it out there in the car, and she accused me, how dare her, of robbing the place. And I was like, I can't believe you would accuse me of this. And she was like, well, why was the ninja costume out in the car? And I was like, I don't know.
Ninjas.
But yeah, she figured that shit out. And I told her, years later, I was like, all right, it was me. But
did you also tell her that you actually didn't take anything though? And
yeah, I told her. I said we didn't take a damn thing, and she's like, "Well, I'm not surprised about that. That man always was a crook." But yeah, she probably don't remember it. Man, since she's gotten home, I don't know if it's just the time she was away or what, but like her mind is not the same. Like I don't know if it's just because she's finally reached that point in her age or what, but like she's starting to, be a little bit senile.
I mean, I think that's typically something that happens after an injury for somebody like elderly, and that's what they always say. Like,
but this isn't her first rodeo.
Well, true, but one of them has to kick it in at some point, right? But they always say like, you fall, you break your hip, it leads to so much more detrimental effects because of being bedridden, and then you start to go senile, and like it's like the spiral starts somewhere. And granted, she didn't, it's not her first time at the rodeo, but she's older than she ever was before, And of course, that's going to be the case. A lot of people, it might happen to at 70. She just happened to be, 90 in the 5th time or however many times this has happened, before.
Right.
Maybe it's starting to kick in. Or maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe it is just that she's been gone and she's just like, I need to get reoriented to, home again. And like next week, she'll be right back to normal for,
I'm
10 more years.
I think it might be also that I've started doing some things that she is not used to. Like I bought her a little medicine daily planner type thing. And I've got all her medicine and stuff organized. And so, she'll call me and she'll be like, I don't even know what I'm taking anymore because you do it all now. And like, I don't know. Cause like she had their therapist out there today. And like she's supposed to go get a bone density scan done this week, and so on the form for it, it said that she couldn't take any calcium 24 hours before. So when I made the thing, I didn't put any calcium in there, and I told her, I was like, I didn't put any calcium in here on Wednesday because you got the bone density scan on Thursday. And then she calls me today, and she's like, they called about the doctor's appointment. I can't take any of this calcium, but I don't even know which one calcium is, and all this. And I'm like, well, I already told you it's not in there on Wednesday. She's like, but I know, but I can't take it right now. And I'm like, but today is Tuesday. She's like, I know it's Tuesday. And I'm like, well, your appointment's not until Thursday. And she's like, but they called. And I'm like,
oh, baby.
But anyways, I don't know. Do what?
It's a baby.
I thought I saw a baby out there.
He was attacking me, and for some
know.
reason he ran the wrong direction, and I'm getting in here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like since I've taken some of her independence away. Like, I don't know. messed her up because she didn't organize her pills herself, so like she just doesn't know them now or something. I don't know.
I mean, it could be so many different things. Is like the problem. Is
And she says she's never took this many pills before, but I'm like, they didn't give you. I mean, they did prescribe her calcium and vitamin D, but that's only like 3 extra pills a day. And I was like, how many pills were you taking before? And she's like, 8. And I'm like, well, shit, you're taking 20 now. And she's like, I know, and I never was. And I'm like, well, what were you not taking? Like, what's something's not right here. But she doesn't have an answer to that one.
Hey, you're inside the pyramid, right? Is this layer right here? I don't know if you saw where my arrow just went. Is that the one right at the ground level?
Might be.
Because
no.
The lighting is
look
just
up there.
the lighting is so weird on that level.
I think the reason is just that would happen as we go down regardless. The light down here is going up to right below it, and then I put torches up high enough, so that's the first dark layer.
Oh, is that like 12 layers up or whatever? Or 12 levels up or something?
Probably. And it's half slabs, so the light looks weird in the corners.
Oh, because that one layer just looks so crazy.
It does, yeah. It's way different. Shit, I didn't realize we've been rambling for 30 minutes here. We got to go, everybody. We've gone down pretty far. This is basically
we're at 52.
2 more layers down.
Yeah, 2 layers down is where our initial plan was to get down to and see. Now the question is, do we feel 2 layers down is going to be enough to start branching? This is a big room.
It is, yeah.
This would definitely be a nice big base room.
We could still dig down more, but we could stop digging outward. We could dig down and put like some walls or something, like some wooden walls that maybe matched the pyramid style or something.
Could.
So that it didn't keep going outward in every direction. Dig down, make a big open area at this width, and then branch out.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
But you would probably want to go lower anyways. That way, when we dig towards the ocean, we don't hit it.
True.
But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See you.